Today I'm going to be making the Commando from the new Halo Infinite trailer. This looks like a good gun to me, so I'm excited for this. Alright, so I've sketched my design from pictures and videos from the trailer, so I got my main base.
Alright, here what you gonna need. An X-Acto knife, a glue gun, glue sticks, scissors, paint, pen, sandpaper, and you're gonna need a life. And now we begin.
Can you see me? I'll make it out of this foamular insulation foam. You can buy it at Home Depot. And this. This is 3mm thin pieces of foam. This will be for tiny details.
Now I'm gonna write down what parts need to be double layered and what parts can stay at one layer.
Alright, here's one half. I can't do the other half because it's too big to fit on one sheet, so it's gonna go along the top there. But I have to cut this out to measure. Alright, here's what I got so far. I'm gonna start dividing. Alright, got that done.
And now I'll trace the double layer parts.
Alright, I'm gonna hollow out the gun right here so I can put a fake magazine to add effect. But we don't want a big hole there, so I'm gonna top it with this when I'm done.
I also gave it a nice cut on the top to make it look more like a magazine. Alright, now I'm gonna glue everything together. When using a glue gun, you might want to do zigzags. Alright, this half is done, now I can move on to the second.
Alright, now I can double up.
Alright, now I'm done with the main base. That means it's just the little details that are left to do.
But before that, I need a break. I pretty much do this till something goes wrong. That's a pretty clean shot altogether. Alright, no more darts.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into the parts that need to be smooth. You want to make sure you do the cut right, so be careful when you're cutting the handle not to mess up. This may apply to the back piece too. After this, you're probably going to want to sand each of the parts. Altogether, I made cuts on the back piece, this middle section right here, and on the handle. Once you're done with that, you'll be able to add small pieces like the trigger guard, along with the sights that go on the top of the gun, and this back piece meant for comfort. You also need to sand that down. Next, you need to engrave smaller parts by engraving them with a pen. You also might need to trace the gun for small pieces you might want to add. Once I add all the small pieces I needed, I could go ahead and glue them all on. After that, there's two other main pieces you might want to add, including one part that goes on the top at the very front of the gun. The other is in a similar shape. It's a grip for the bottom of the magazine, so it's easier to pull out when you want to. This makes this feature just that much better. Next, you're going to want to use a PVC pipe for the barrel, and also you might want to add a little green strip on the front to make it seem like the end of the barrel is wider. Once you have that glued on, there are other tiny details that you might want to add, including the safety triggers that you see near the handle, bolts that you see on the side, and the front section to cover up the cut parts. Alright, I'm pretty much done with the detailing for the gun. Now I just need to paint it, but I'm not going to do that right now because I need to go to bed.
Hey Eddie, what you doing?
Making soupy eggs. They make waffles.
Oh hey, it's Margie. Alright, I'm gonna get a waffle before I start. Apparently this syrup is racist now, so get it while it lasts, if you know what I mean. Alright, back to work.
Alright, before I start, I'll tell you what paint you need. You're going to need dark green, shiny black, and a silver gray. You're going to start by using the shiny black paint. And remember, never use spray paint when you're making these. Trust me, spray paint, when you spray it onto the foam, it starts to eat away at it, so don't do that. No spray paint. Alright, I'm pretty much done with the black paint. Any spots that I did a really crappy job are the parts that I'm going to paint over later with the other colors of paint. Alright, now I'll move on to the dark green paint. I'll also add some brown to give a camo effect. Alright, so the green worked out very well, so now I need to do the silver. You'll need to add some blue tape for the stripe that goes down the middle of the barrel. And after that, you're pretty much done with the painting. It may seem like you're done, but a lot of the engraved details will be covered up from the paint, so you might want to engrave those again with the pen. After this, I added one last detail, and I added 4 red dots right next to the safety trigger.
Alright, here's the end result. I think this turned out really well. It's possible to buy this on my shop. I will be listing it very soon. Alright, that's the end of my video. So go away.